Hey everybody, how are you doing? It's Coach Keith here, and welcome to Finish Strong 2018. I'm really excited to meet some new people out there, to have new people being accessible to the coaching that I do, and this venue is just awesome. So what I want you to know is the commitment that you're making by being here today is not just a 1 hour commitment. It's a commitment for the next 4 to 6 weeks in your business so you can finish strong, and what you can do is start strong in January and February. A lot of the times my clients, they let their foot off the gas in December, which is great, and then when January, February come, they're strong because the work they did in September, October, and November. In real estate, there is a delay. The work that you do in October, November will be the leads that you've generated that will buy or sell or facilitate whatever your business is. They will give you the outcome in January and February. So I want you to start strong, and I want you to finish strong. Summer's over, welcome back. I know it's very hard for a lot of you to get refocused, and that's why we're here today. At AIM Coaching, my job is to keep my clients laser focused. I help them tap into their genius so that they can build a business that they want to run, that they can run on for year after year after year and have success in their business. So the tools that you're going to see here today is my Focus 30-20-10 trademark tools. So these are the tools for the last 10 years that I built. So originally I started working with my clients, and as I was working with them, things developed, and what developed over time was this simplified system that you can do that will tailor your business for you and your life for you, and it's going to give you a time management module or time management program that's easy to implement with the tools that you're going to have that are easy to do so that you can achieve your success. Now these tools, they go way deeper. At the surface they seem very simple, but in a very deep way, what they do is they allow you to access your genius, they allow you to think about your business, and they allow you to come up with the solutions to your problems and the actions that you want to take in your business. There is no magic pill in real estate. Now, don't turn off, don't click off, because the magic pill is you. I want to get into your mind. I want you to start being focused in your business, and I want you to be excited that you have the answers for your business. So we're going to cover the life wheel, we're going to cover the work wheel, we're going to cover my daily intentions worksheet. What I want you to know is if you look on the right hand side of your screen, there's a downloadable file there. It says Focus 30-20-10. Click on that, download that. That's going to give you the 3 sheets or tools that you're going to need moving forward in the Finish Strong webinar series. Once you've downloaded them, you can print them off and you can have them. You can make copies of them. If you want, you can download them onto your iPad, use your magic iPen, or whatever you want to do. Either way, this system that you're going to be learning today is going to be teaching you not only how to put things into your business, it's going to teach you how to be the best tool in your business. So what I want is for you to leave here today with 16 things you're going to put in place in the next 2 weeks. And then there's going to be a process where your homework is going to be another 16 things the following week. And then we'll come back to the webinar. We'll do a follow-up program, and then you're going to finish strong as well. There's some great things that are happening today. At the end of this, I'm going to announce how you're going to be able to get some free coaching with me, one-on-one, 1 hour, which will impact and change your life and business. Also, I have another program that I built that we've launched that I'm going to be putting on sale for only the people that are at the webinar. I'll announce that later. Now, let's just do a little bit of homework, or let's just cover some things here. www.aimcoachingprograms.com. That's my website. If you go to my website, you have access to some of the programs that I'm running, and you'll see what's coming up as far as webinars. Also, if you go to Coach Keith on YouTube, my previous webinars, you'll find them on there. I want you to subscribe at Coach Keith, and you'll also see my daily 2-minute hot shot coaching videos that I send out. Also, if you go to Instagram at AIM Coaching, you'll see my posts. We do motivational posts, we shoot videos, we put 1-minute videos on there, 1-minute tips. I have some interviews with some realtors. It's just a really interesting place to go for you to learn more about your business. Now, download the file, that's off to the right, and then we'll get started. Now, if you're not a realtor and you're watching this, that's okay. I know that a friend of mine at BombBomb is logged in and watching this today. Everything that we're doing here can be for entrepreneurs, it can be for realtors, it can be for anybody, because what we're doing is the tools I'm giving you, you're going to be filling in with your specific details of your business and your life. So that's where we are, that's where we're starting, that's where we're going. Let's get started. First thing we're going to do is you're going to notice on one of the downloads is the life wheel. And what I'm introducing to you is my +1ing philosophy, which is a lot of people say to me, hey Keith, I don't know where to start. And it's actually very simple. Let's start right here, right now. But what we have to do is take the temperature of your business. So I need to know where you are in your business, so the starting point is here. Then what we need is we need a time frame and a purpose so that you can ask these questions so that you can then come up with the answers from your genius. The time frame is going to be finish strong. It's the last quarter. Our time frame is September, October, November, December. The next 4 months. How are we going to finish strong in the last quarter? Now, the purpose, why we're doing this? Well, let's just be real. I can go on long journey of defining your why, defining your purpose, which I do with my one-on-ones, which I also do in the Realtor Profit System. But the truth is, you want to live your best life. And in that best life is you running your best business. So you need to get laser focused on your life. You need to get laser focused on your business. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the life wheel, we're going to do the work wheel, and then we're going to do our daily quadrants. So what I want you to do going forward twice in this whole process in the next 2 weeks is the life wheel. I've personally done my life wheel today. I put it up on the board. I'm going to walk through my life wheel so that you understand what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, and how it works. It's a very simple process. And what I want you to know is at the end of all this, I'm going to help you understand how this allows you to be better in your business. Then I'm going to go to the work wheel and you'll come up with 8 actions you're going to take in your business that you can actually put into action in the next 2 weeks, which will start you finishing strong and building a business you can trust for 2019. +1 your life. Simple, right? Well, it's small things that we need to put into place, but it's the right small things we need to put into place. We need to be laser focused on the parts of our life, and we need to be laser focused on what I'm going to do in the next week. You're going to be doing your life wheel 2 times in the next 2 weeks. You're going to do it today, or you're going to do it after this webinar, and you're going to do it the following Monday. What you're going to do is you're going to go to the life wheel and you're going to put in the 8 parts of your life. Now, if your life has more parts, all you will do is draw a line down and make it 9 parts. You can add as much as you want. There's a menu on the printout that you've got that gives you a menu of things that you can put into your life. Make sure that you're laser focused and it's your life that you're putting down. Now, remember I said, everyone says, where do I start? Okay, well, here's where you start. You rate yourself from 1 to 10 how you feel that you are performing in each part of your life, how satisfied you are in each part of your life. So work, family, marriage, health, personal growth, finances, fun and hobbies, mental health. These are the 8 parts of my life. First thing you got to do is get laser focused on where are you today so that we can build on that. So right now, personally, I'm at an 8 at work. I'm at an 8 at my family. I'm at a 9 in my marriage. I'm at a 7 in my health. I'm at an 8.5 in my personal growth. I'm at a 7 in my finances. I'm at a 9 in my fun and hobbies. And I'm at 8.5 in my mental health. So now, everybody does that. When you do that, you'll be in the moment, in place. You'll be noticing where you are in your life. And now you're going to make 8 actions that are going to +1 each part of your life. for me to go from an 8 to a 9 in my work, I am going to book 2 success appointments for the month of October, which means I'm going to get on the phone to make some phone calls to get appointments to go to other offices so I can facilitate my success meeting to as many people that sign up there. For my family, going forward, I'm at an 8 to +1 it. I'm going to make sure that we do our family dinner on Friday like we always do. My children are 21 and 19, and they still make sure they book and schedule family dinner because we've done it for 12 years. Every Friday we go for dinner. Every Friday, and I don't think there's anybody from Sammy J. Peppers out there, but if they are, they know who we are because we go there every Friday. Every Friday we go for family dinner. The conversations are great. Sometimes there's no conversations. Sometimes they're amazing. The consistency of doing that has really created an awesome family bond. And everybody, my son and daughter in university, 5:30 Fridays, they're at home. We get in the car. We go for dinner. My marriage is at a 9. To take it to a +1, well, it's very exciting. But we're going to St. Lucia on October 1st for our 24-year wedding anniversary. So I'm just going to make sure that everything's in line with that. Now, my health is at a 7. What am I going to do to take my health from a 7 to an 8? Well, I'm going to continue with my trainer 3 days a week, and I'm going to drink less beer after hockey. Now, that sounds like a simple thing to do, but for me, that's not as simple. So now I'm going to go from a 7 to an 8 in my health. Personal growth, I'm at an 8.5. If I want to +1 my personal growth, I'm going to download or buy 2 books for my trip and for September that I'm going to read. If you want some good referrals for some books to read right now, I would highly recommend Extreme Ownership. That's a great download. And I really enjoyed Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life recently. Those are the last 2 books I read. If you want to check those out, those are good books to read. So I'm going to download 2 books or buy 2 books, and that's going to be +1ing my life. Finances are at a 7. To +1 my finances, I'm going to book an appointment with Dan Loney at Loney Financial, and I'm going to make some arrangements to create some deposits that will go in some different directions for me. Fun and hobbies, they're at a 9. It's probably too strong, but it's at a 9, and to go to a 1, I'm just going to make sure that I schedule my hockey games in. I am a broker owner of 3 Remaxes. I run AIM coaching programs. I've been doing that for 10 years. I also have an investment business, and I'm very busy. So everything I do, I schedule. So when it comes to fun and hobbies, I schedule my fun and hobbies. I put everything in my life wheel in my schedule first. These are my big rocks. I make sure the big rocks go in. They're solid. They stay there, and they don't get moved. If someone wants to have an appointment with me and I got hockey at 8 o'clock, I tell them, unfortunately, I'm booked. What I could do, though, is I can fit you in on Friday or Saturday. When would you like to go? I do not move my big rocks in my life. Life is so hectic, life could be busy, and you feel like you're out of control. It's because you're giving up what you want to do for yourself, and you're taking care of other people, because we're people pleasers, and we don't want to disappoint anybody. But who do we end up disappointing? Ourselves. So the life wheel is the tool that you're going to use that's going to make you good, and when you're good and balanced, you're going to be in a great frame of mind, you're going to be in a good state of mind, you're going to be focused, and you're going to be able to do the work. If this is out of balance and you're not taking care of this, you're not going to be focused and you're not going to do the work. Guaranteed. I come in and my clients go, oh, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know where to go, or they're like, oh, I just haven't seen my kids, or I just haven't been able to get to the gym. And that's because they didn't put the big rocks in. They put what they do, the sand in. So if you're not familiar with the analogy, a professor gets up on a stage and he's got a big jar, and he says, okay, and he grabs these rocks and he puts these big rocks in until he can't fit any more big rocks in. And he says to the audience, is this full? And the audience says, yes. Then what he does is he reaches over and he grabs sand, he pours the sand in and to the top, and then says to the audience, is this full? And they say, yes. Then he reaches over and he grabs a pitcher of water and he pours the water in, which soaks into the sand, and then it comes to the top, and then he says, is this full? And everyone goes, yes. And then he reaches over and he grabs a beer and he pours a little bit of beer so that meniscus just kind of arches over the top, and he says, life's too busy. Life cannot be too busy to have fun with a beer. Well, the truth is, if you don't put the big rocks in the jar first, you'll put the sand in, which is work and other people's shit and other stuff that you really don't want to do, that you're doing because you want everyone to like you, and you're not making yourself important, so you're not putting the big rocks in. You put the sand in, you can't fit the big rocks in, now your life's a mess. So what we do is, we do the life wheel first. My last one is my mental health, and I'm going to go from an 8.5 up here to +1 that to a 9.5. I'm going to put the phone down 2 hours daily. I'm not going to look at my computer. I'm not going to look at my phone for 2 hours daily, and those are awake hours, okay? You can't count your sleeping hours. Oh, well, Keith, I didn't do my phone for 8 hours. No. 2 awake hours. I'm not going to look at my phone. Now you're like, well, how can I do that, Keith? I'm running a business where people need me right away. Well, here's how you do it. You leave a voicemail that says, I am currently in appointments and I will call you back at this time. And then on the text message, what you do is, in your iPhone or in your Android, you go into keyboards, you make a text replacement that says, I'm unable to get back to you. I will be calling you or returning this message in 2 hours. And then at the end you put, this is an automated message, so that they think it's an automated message. And then what you do is you just hit send. So on text replacement on your phone, all you do is you give it a code, you do the text replacement, you hit that letter, you hit send, it automatically sends that message out. Now, I know you're saying I'm supposed to put my phone down for 2 hours. How can I do this, Keith? Okay, great. I get that. And there's going to be a point where if it does go and it's there, I just want you to be disconnected from social media. I want you to be disconnected from all the crap that has us just scatterbrained and not able to focus. If you can't do 2 hours, do 10 minutes, do 20 minutes. Next week, do a half hour. Next week, do 45 minutes. Just keep +1ing. For me, it's important for my mental health to do this, so I do it. So that's done. So now I've got 8 actions in my life that I'm going to put into place in the next week. Remember, I said you need a time frame, so that I can finish strong 2018 and be laser focused in my life and business. So these are 8 things for me. I can guarantee that the people that are out there, every one of you has got 8 separate different actions that you're going to do that aren't like mine. That's why I'm telling you there is no one magic pill for you to get to your success. You have to take the time and get laser focused on what you can do, what you want to do, what you need to do in your life and your business. So now, let's get even sharper focus. So what I do now is I take all these parts, and that's great. First thing I do is I put those in my schedule. So I go to my calendar and I put them all in. I book my hockey, when I'm going to make the calls, when I'm going to make the appointments. Now to get laser focused, what I do is I just pick one. So I pick work. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to get laser focused on work. So I just do another wheel, which is the second printout that you have, the second download that you have. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down my work into 8 parts. I'm going to +1 each part and come away with 8 actions that I'm going to put in place in the next week so that I can finish strong for 2018. So the beauty of this is +1 in your business, +1 in your life. This is a philosophy that I would love you to learn and implement. So how can you +1 your marriage? How can you +1 your work? How could I +1 my last client appreciation event? Well, it went well. I would do this, this, and this next time. Great, write it down, and that's how you +1 your event. And if you're about to sit down with a client and do a market evaluation, or if you're going to do a sales call, before you go in, you say, okay, my last sale call was good. How am I going to +1 that sales call? How am I going to +1 that presentation? You know what? You want to create, update, or elevate any systems that you have in your business. So you want to create a new system that's going to give you order inside of chaos, or you're going to elevate a system that you already have that you're going to make better, or you're just going to update something that you have that needs to be updated. You know, one of the biggest mistakes that I made back in my business was managing my client database, was not going in and updating their names. And so there were people that were divorced, there were people that had gotten married, and yet I kept sending the mail to the same place. To the point where one of my clients had passed away and I didn't go in and clean up my database. I didn't update my database. So I was still sending the mail to Mr. and Mrs., which upset her, and she took the time to send me a handwritten letter. You could imagine this 85-year-old lady telling me how she would like me not to send mail to her and her husband. He's no longer with us. I felt horrible, and all I needed to do was update it because I knew that that had happened and I didn't take care of the details. Now I can guarantee you that probably did cost me a referral or two, and in the end what I needed to do was update my system. So create, update, or elevate your systems. Okay, I hold a lot of seminars. I spend a lot of time with business people, with entrepreneurs. This is my job. This is all I do. For the last 10 years, full time, I've done over 17,000 hours working with people. When I sit down and I go into groups of 20, 40, 50 realtors and we brainstorm the parts of real estate or the parts of being an entrepreneur or the parts of running a business or the parts of being self-employed, these are the 8 things that come up. Again, if you feel there is more to your work than I've got here, or if you are in a different business, replace some of these things. What I want you to do is, I want you to make your 8 parts of your business that you're going to be able to focus on, mark where you are satisfied in that part of your business, +1 it, and come away with an action. So, for realtors, the 8 parts are marketing, commitment and discipline, office systems, lead generation, client management, that's past client management, and confidence and thick skin in yourself, time management, and technology in your business. So every time I do a seminar and I ask, what are the 8 parts of the business? Everyone yells out these parts. Sometimes there will be an additional part or there will be one that's a little different. These are the common ones. Like I said, if you're an entrepreneur in another business, take the time to figure out the 8 parts of your business. I take this system to any business anywhere. So I was hired by a group of men that ran a bakery, and in that bakery there was the business, there was the development, there was the scientists, there was everything, okay? And what I did was I drew the wheel and I asked them to start naming the parts of their business. We ended up with 18 different parts of their business, from sales to the cleaning to the baking to the making, everything, 18 parts. I then went and asked them where they were in each part, and they walked away with 18 actions they are going to put in their business that was going to take their baking business to the next level. You see, I don't need to know your business. I just need to give you the tools, teach you how the tools work so you can implement them and you can go forward and continually do this. Let's get started. So, marketing. Now, this is me focused to finish strong 2018, so start strong in 2019 in AIM Coaching Programs business. This is my business and this is what I'm going to do. My marketing is at a 9. I have Abdul at Push Launch, amazing marketer, look him up. And what he does, him and I, we talk, we meet, we have these discussions. What I'm going to do for my marketing to +1 it from a 9 to a 10 is set up another meeting with Abdul, review everything that we've done up to date, throw away the garbage, keep the good stuff, and +1 it together. I need his genius. I need his genius to help my business. Commitment and discipline. Okay, I'm at a 9 in commitment and discipline. What do I need to be more committed and disciplined in my business? I need to hire an assistant. I've gotten to the point where I'm unable to get to everything that I want to do. And because I can't get to everything, I start to shut down. And when I shut down, I start doing less. So the commitment I need to make to AIM Coaching is to find an assistant, hire that assistant to take care of the small details so I can go forward and do more things like this. Great. Office systems. My office systems are at an 8. I've created Focus 30-20-10. That's a system. I have my 4 quadrants of time management. That's a system. I have my AIM Real Estate Focus app. That's a system. I have systems everywhere. I was very, very fortunate to be hired by McDonald's when I was 15 years old, and I worked my way up through that system so that I became a crew chief, and then I became a day manager. And what did I learn in McDonald's? Systemize everything. Everything needs a checklist. Everything needs a system. And a checklist is a system. So if you're out there going, oh, I'd love to implement systems, what do? And I'm telling you right now, you can just download the AIM Real Estate Focus app, or go into the Real Estate Profit System and register for that and get that app, that's got 18 systems already built into it. So I love systems. So for my office systems, I'm at an 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to update and elevate our mail campaign that we've created with Abdul to make sure that that system is getting the right effect for us. Lead generation. We're at a 9 in lead generation. So what I'm going to do is, for me to get from a 9 to a 10, generating more leads for my business, I am going to book 2 success meetings in October at 2 other offices where I can meet more people, generate more leads for my business. That's what I'm going to commit to in the next week, is book those 2 appointments. Past client management, so important, so important. In the Realtor Profit System, I have sections on all of this with modules, with 4 separate 8-minute videos on things you can do to manage your past clients, on events, all those things. I share with you everything that I've learned from my clients and everything that I put into my business as well. So past client management, I'm at a 6, not doing very good at past client management. What I'm going to do is I'm going to book a client appreciation event. I've been dreaming about this. I've got a vision for this. I know what I want it to look like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a past client event for all my current clients and the past clients that have worked with me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do a cocktail event, have them come in and just have a great evening and say thanks for the business and show my appreciation. Of course, by doing that, that's also a lead generation, which is going to help me generate more leads for my business. All right. Confidence and thick skin. It was funny. The very first time I did this wheel, it was Frank Wright from Whistler. He's a Remax. He was my mentor, and he yelled out, "To be good in real estate, you need confidence and thick skin." And I was like, "Well, tell me more about that. What do you mean, Frank?" And the beauty of it was, what he was saying is if you don't believe in yourself, if you're not going to be able to get out there and have this thick skin in a business where we can be emotionally charged by how people treat us or what happens if a buyer buys with us, if the seller hires us or doesn't hire us, we are emotionally charged by this, which can really affect your focus. So if you don't have a confidence or thick skin at a high level, then you're going to be struggling in this business. Maybe right now your confidence and thick skin is low, because you just had summer off, you really enjoyed it, and now you're predicting a future that's not going to be great because you didn't do any work, so your confidence is low. Well, when I meet you, I'm going to meet you like this. I'm not going to meet you like this. You're not going to be like, "Hey, Keith, awesome, life's good, business is good," and you walk away. So what do you need to do, and what am I going to do? Okay, I'm going to focus on my mindset. So when I wake up in the morning, all right, if I'm not in the right mindset, I know it's a choice, and I know that might be hard for some of you to believe, but the truth is, when I wake up in the morning and I'm in a shit spin, I don't leave the house until I'm not in that shit spin anymore, until I become above the line of communication with myself, when I start dreaming again, when I start looking to the future, when I start focusing on what is real instead of the stories that I've created about the shit that I did in the past that doesn't serve me, or the fear of the future that's not even true. I just get present in the moment. How am I feeling in my business? How satisfied am I in my business? And what am I going to do to +1 my business? Now, I might do this in the shower. I might meditate. I might hold this position, which is the power pose, which tells my brain that I'm successful. That I'll do whatever it takes to get my mindset right before I leave my house, because this is the most important thing. Because if my mindset's good, well, then I'm going to call Abdul, then I'm going to hire the assistant, then I'm going to revamp my mailer, then I'm going to book the 2 appointments. When my mindset's good, I'll be confident, and my sales speech will be completely different than if I don't have this confidence. My client management, inviting people to the event, is a lot easier when I am focused in my mindset and feeling good. Time management is easier when my mindset's good. Technology is easier when my mindset's good. Okay, so I'm going to focus on my mindset. How do I do that personally? I just wake up, and I know this sounds crazy, but as I told you, I believe everybody has a genius. I just breathe in 3 deep breaths, and I ask myself what I need, and it's usually some word like confidence, or it's usually a word like, I need to, if I breathe in right now, I need to let go of self-doubt, which means I need to step into confidence. So I'll breathe in confidence 3 times. I'll exhale out the self-doubt. I will do this until I feel a physiological change in my body. And what I want you to know is I won't leave my house until I change my state of mind, because after 18 years of self-development and counselors and working together and coaching people, I know this. Focusing on your mindset is the difference. In the Realtor Profit System, I have a full module on how and the things that you can do to focus on your mindset. And there's 4 videos. They're broken into 8 minutes each. You know, you can binge watch my program just like you binge watch Netflix. Time management. All right. This is where a lot of people say to me, I don't have time, or I'm really busy. And I like to say, if someone says to me they're busy, that is my trigger word for they're unorganized. Your brain likes to work in a sequence of order in priority, okay? That's how the brain works. And if you're not prioritizing the things you need to do, then it'll be in a disarray and you'll feel overwhelmed, which means you're busy, which then you'll get frozen and do nothing. That's why I created the 4 quadrants of time management. Basically, you have your urgent, you're not urgent, you're important, you're not important quadrants. You write down the things you need to do. The urgent and important are your business builders. The not so urgent but important is your business builders, following up with your clients, following up with leads, making past calls, booking open houses, doing your Facebook posts, your social media, just listed, just sold. Those have to be done on a daily basis. And then there's the tasks. And the tasks are, I've got to do all the paperwork that the business I've created, I've got to do the ads, there's a lot of tasks that need to be done. When you're doing very few money makers, which is your urgent and important, money makers are things like writing an offer, getting a listing, doing an inspection, getting a subject removal, getting a deposit, finalizing the deal that gets you paid. That's your money maker. So if you're an entrepreneur, what is your money maker? And if you've never asked yourself what your money maker is, something you should define. Then you got to do your business builders, and you got to do your tasks, which I like to say as Coach Keith is, you tell me you're working busy. My top producing realtors tell me they're working hard. And when they tell me they're working hard, that tells me that they're making money, they're doing the stuff that creates more money, and they're taking care of their tasks. Or they've hired somebody like an assistant and they delegate all the tasks to the assistant and they spend all their time in their money makers and their business builders. A business builder is taking a client for coffee. It's taking a client for lunch. It's a pop by to say hi. It's anything that you can do that's going to create more business opportunities. If you don't do your business builders, then you're going to be mediocre and you're not going to get the success that you want. You want to get laser focused, you want to finish strong 2018, you need to make sure that you're going to do this on a daily basis. That's going to be, when I flip the chart, the next thing we're going to look at. So, time management, focus 30-20-10. What I'm giving you right now is the ultimate time management system, because it's your system built for you in your life, in your business, that you can schedule. Now, Focus 30-20-10 means you need to make time to book your time. And nobody ever makes time. If you want to know where I'm going to be Sunday, just go to my local Starbucks, come on in, I'll be there for 2 hours, booking my whole week, doing my invoicing, doing everything I need to do so I sleep amazing Sunday night and I wake up Monday and I look at my schedule and it's already planned. The thing is, on Wednesday guy hates Sunday guy because Sunday guy booked a whole bunch of appointments. Friday guy hates them even more because the week's over, but now I've got to go do these appointments. Well, at the end of the week, what happens is I get the success that I wanted because I actually booked it and planned it, and they were really easy to do because they were small little increases. You know, a mentor of mine, Roland Colfus, great realtor, he was in our office, he was giving a speech, and he goes, you know how much better you need to be than the competitor? He goes, it's not this much, it's this much. You need to be this much better. Well, you know what this much is? This much is plus wanting your business and plus wanting your life. Do you want your best life? look in this camera to me and look in your screen to me and tell me you want your best life. Say it out loud, because if you don't, then you don't really want it. You're just kind of playing the game, you're living in mediocrity, and you're kind of like going, you know what, this is a great webinar, this shit doesn't work, I don't want to do it. Bottom line is the most frustrating thing for me is to go to a room full of 100 people, unveil these amazing systems that I know work after 17,000 hours. You know what happened this week? The very first member of my success meeting, Mr. Michael Sheldrake, shout out Michael Sheldrake, he made the $1 Million Club at RE/MAX, okay? When I met him, he was busy. Then he started to work hard, and he plus one'd his life, and he plus one his business, and he's made $1 million in commissions. Tim Hill just recently was voted top 50 under 35 realtors in Canada. I met Tim 3-4 years ago. He, when he showed up to me, was comfortable and happy. And now he's the top 50 under 35 because he plus ones his business and he plus ones his life. He does his life wheel. He does his work wheel. He works the 4 quadrants. He does what I call money-making Mondays. Every Monday at 9 a.m., they're in the office. They are making sure that they do their money makers. But that's easy. Those are already pre-booked because you're just reacting to those. What they do is they're business builders. They follow up. My clients are calling all leads from the open houses on Monday when everyone else is making toast or still in bed. That's what my clients do. And the reason they do it is not because I go in and I prod them or set their alarm or kick them out of bed. No, they do it because they want their best life. How do they know they want their best life? Well, because they've done their life wheel probably 60 times in the last 3 years. Can you imagine doing your life wheel 60 times in the last 3 years? Can you imagine if you did this 40 times a year times 3 years, you did 120 plus oneing in your business? Do you realize what you would have? This isn't hard to do. They're small actions. I got to call Abdul. Okay. Hey, Abdul. There it is. I made the call. I got to hire an assistant. That's tough, but I'm going to do it. I got to revamp my mailer. I got to book 2 meetings. I've got to book a client event. I can do all these things. They're easy. They're simple. Everyone thinks that in order to be hugely successful, you need to do big things. You need to take big risks. You need to invest big money. No. You need to do small actions on a consecutive basis so the compounding effect will give you the success you want. A shout out to Katrina and Neil. I believe they're registered here today and watching. Katrina and Neil, when I met them, were running their business at about $250,000 plus, and now they're well over $1 million, $1.5 million, well over that. They are laser focused. I tell you, they showed up, they did the work, they did the wheel, and they accomplished what they wanted to accomplish. Now, if you ask them, they will tell you they're completely content with their life. They're completely happy. They take 1 week off a month and they take Fridays and Sundays off. They built a team around them that lets them live the life they want, make the money they want, and run the business they want. And they're driven by a purpose of wanting to make a difference in their community because they want to create security for their family, for their employees, and for all of their clients. That is their purpose. They're running a purpose-driven business. Your purpose is aligned with your life wheel. When you're living your business life, you're on focus for your purpose. When you're on focus for your purpose, you can do the tasks you need to do in your business. That's great. Now, what do we need to do? Well, we need to get down to a daily routine. This daily routine is going to set your mindset. Remember I said you need to set your mindset before you step out of the house. This is going to do it. I have made the daily routine into a worksheet, and I've made them into notepads of 50. And my clients buy 3 notepads every quarter, every 4 months. They're going through these notepads because they're scheduling their business builders, their money makers, their life, and their tasks. And they're setting their mindset every day. You know, setting your mindset's like rebooting your computer. If you were to wake up in the morning and reboot your computer and a virus was in there, well, that computer would affect everything with that virus throughout the day. So unless you take this seriously and make you the best tool and start doing your work, start reading books, start doing do your work to make you the best tool in your business, you will then get the success you want. If you don't do this work, you're not going to get the success that you want. Sorry. There's no magic pill that's going to make you motivated or inspired. I've gone to seminars, walked away inspired, 2 months later was de-inspired because I didn't do what I was inspired to do, which made me beat the shit out of myself for not doing it. And then I looked forward thinking I'm not going to do it. So I was in the moment completely de-inspired from something that inspired me 2 months ago. If anybody can relate with that, well, here's what you need to do. You need to be internally inspired. You need to be on purpose. You need to be on vision. You need to do the work. So, Focus 30-20-10. Here's the 10-minute routine that I do every day. I do it 6 days a week. Sunday, I don't do it, but Sunday at 2 o'clock, you'll find me in my local Starbucks rearranging my week. But every morning, I do this. Now, it's in 4 steps. You guys have the download. It's there. It's step number 1, and step number 2, step number 3, and then step number 4. Now, I know they're not in an order that makes it pretty, but it's for an intention. Everything I do is laser focused with an intention. I love the neuroscience of the brain. I love cognitive behavioral therapy. It's what I do in my work. I deal with people's emotions. The only way you're defocused is by your feelings and emotions. When you're laser focused, your feelings and emotions are good. So what I do is I create this to give you a tool that reboots your computer virus-free in the morning. The first thing you need to do is set your daily intention. What is your intention for the day? I know this can be confusing sometimes because people are like, well, what do you mean by my daily intention? Well, my daily intention today is to get more people to do the life wheel. Every human being that does the life wheel, that impacts their life, will impact 10 more lives. So if this year I got 1,000 people to do the life wheel, that means I affect 10,000 lives. That means you're going to be a better partner for your marriage partner or your mate. You're going to be a better mom. You're going to be a better dad. You're going to be a better friend. You're just going to be better by doing the life wheel. That's how I want to impact your life. So today, my daily intention is to get more people to do the life wheel. And guess what, guys? More people are doing the life wheel. Now, you have to do gratitude. What are you grateful for in your life? Well, I'm grateful for my wife's support, and I'm grateful for my health. I woke up this morning below the line. I did my exercises, I did my routines, I did my daily worksheet, I got above the line, but what took me just a little bit further was just a small text message of a happy, sunshiny face. My wife loves those gifts, which I hate. And then underneath that, she put, "Go share your genius." And it was like, okay, now I'm ready to go. So I appreciate my wife's support, and I appreciate my health because I'm standing here in good health. I feel good today. And the last part, which is fulfilling this statement, which reads, I appreciate these things about me, that I allow me the things I'm grateful for. So I appreciate the things about me that allow me the things I'm grateful for. So what do I appreciate about me that has a supportive wife? Well, I am supportive and I am caring and I am a leader in my family. These are the things about me that has me with a great wife with support. I am grateful for my health. I am active. I am accountable. And I am focused. So these are the things I like about me. Now, here's the thing. When you're in a state of mind that's low, then basically you're making singular statements like, I'm not good enough, I should do this, or, oh, I can't believe this happened. Or when you're in a conversation, it's like, okay, I didn't get the listing. What can I do better next time to get the listing? Okay, what I need to do is I need to make sure I'm more prepared. And to +1 my listing presentation, I'm going to put in a brag sheet. If you don't know what a brag sheet is, you can find it in the Realtor Profit System. Okay, next. What do I do by doing this? I create a connection with my higher self. There's a part of us that knows we're good, that knows we're strong, that knows we're capable. That part is silent most of the time. The part that's noisy most of the time is the part that's pointing out what we aren't. You want to silence that part as much as you can, and the truth is you're never going to silence it fully. So what you need to do is you need to build the strength in this higher self so that you can have a conversation without feeling arrogant, weird, or whatever would be your problem with this. And you have a conversation with yourself that tells you the truth. And when you're in the truth, you've now rebooted your computer. My intention is to get more people to do the life wheel. I am grateful for my wife and my health, and I am supportive, caring, I'm a leader, I'm active, and I'm accountable. See, now my computer's ready to go. Step number 2. Now, down here, I need to book something to look forward to. If you've ever seen Sean Acker on YouTube with his happiness webinars or his happiness videos, he always talks about looking forward to something. Well, you know that I'm looking forward in my life wheel to going to St. Lucia with my wife October 1st. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. That does create happiness. I'm going to be grateful I'm there, and it's going to be very enjoyable. But that's not enough to keep me focused every day. I need a daily focus on what I'm looking forward to in the evening. Tonight, I'm looking forward to buying the 2 new books that I need to buy online with a glass of red wine. When the day's over, I'm going to be looking for my next 2 books, and one of those books I will be reading on a beach in St. Lucia because I +1 my life, and I make shit happen, and it's all going to happen, and I will be happy. Part of that is today, just looking forward to something. Number 3 is the most important thing that I'm going to teach you today. And it's the littlest thing. Being self-employed, being an entrepreneur, being a realtor, being out there, you have no urgency other than the deals you got to get done. And what I want you to know is, number 3 is you have to set an end to your day. If you don't set an end to your day, there's no urgency. With no time frame, there's no focus. To have laser focus, you need a purpose and you need a time frame. I am going to get more people to do the life wheel by 6 o'clock today. So, is that, sorry? 15 minutes. 15 minutes, all right. So here's where we're at. This line across here for 6 p.m. today, that's when I'm ending my day. Now, all of a sudden, when there's urgency, remember I told you the brain is sequential and it likes to put things in order? So at 6 o'clock, between now and 6 o'clock, I've got to get these things done. Now your brain is going to tell you what's important. Without this time frame, you'll go through the whole day. You won't get as much done. You'll forget some important things, which will have your brain in an emotional state that's like, what did I forget? What did I forget? What did I forget? Which you can't focus and you can't be your best. So every day you need to put an end to your day. Now I understand that it's not that simple. Believe me. If the end of your day is 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock tonight because you're dealing with an offer or you're doing a late sales call, then you write it in there. And then what you do is you now go to step number 4, which is the 4 quadrants of time management. You've got your money makers, your business builders, your tasks, and your life that you need to put in to this schedule between when this webinar is over at 11 o'clock all the way to 6 o'clock. What are you going to do to +1 your business, +1 your life, so you're laser focused to finish strong in 2018 so you can start strong in 2019 and build a business that you can trust? Everything I'm showing you here is 100% successful. Every client I coach has increased, doubled, tripled, quadrupled their income, or just defined their own success and have reached that success. You have the answers for your life. You have the answers for your business. Quit looking to other people for the answers. Take a mentor for lunch, ask questions, build your genius. Go to seminars, take the information, build your genius. Read some books, build your genius. Have great conversations with great people, build your genius. Then go and sit down and say, my marketing's at a 4, I want to take it to a 5, I'm going to do social media video. Okay, there you go, you're done. Or my life, my marriage is at a 2, I want to take it to a 3, but they're horrible people. No, what am I going to do to take my marriage from a 2 to a 3? What am I going to be accountable for? What am I going to do to take control of my life so I can live my best life? No more excuses, no more BS. Wake up, you have the answers in your genius. It's hard to do because we got to break so much programming. You have been programmed by fear. You've been programmed by parents. You've been programming everywhere. And everything you think is true. You got to question your mind. You got to go deep. You got to ask great questions. This tool, the life wheel and the work wheel, take the complexity of that away and make it simple so you can access everything you've learned to implement to grow to that level. You need purpose and you need time frame. So here's my schedule for the week. My business builder is my webinar from 10 to 11 a.m. And when I'm done that, from 11 to 11:30, we're going to shoot promo videos with Ben to make sure that we have promo videos that we can put on all of our social media. Then at 12:30 to 3:30, I have one-on-one coaching. 4:30 to 5:30, I've got team coaching with Carista Mortgage Group. After that, at 6 p.m., my day's over, and I'm looking forward to buying my 2 books, having a glass of wine, eating dinner, and waking up tomorrow to an already scheduled Thursday that I did on Sunday that has everything I need to do. Man, that feels good. That feels good to know that the time that I spent on Sunday has the perfect week that's built. Now remember, if I get a phone call right now, hey, I'm in town, I want to buy, and I want to buy right now, and you know they're qualified, and you know they're real, don't cancel your big rock. Don't say to them, okay, yeah, let's go right now. Tell you what, I'll cancel my webinar, and I'll take you out here so I can make that money. What happens is that person usually doesn't turn out. So what you need to do is say, okay, I'm booked, but I can take care of you at 6:30, or I can meet you tomorrow. What would you prefer? And they'll say tomorrow, but I'm in town, I want to do it right now. It's like, sorry, I can't make it. Sometimes you got to say no so you can have your yes. I like to say, well, not me, I got this from a coaching seminar. Can I remember his name? Anyways, if it's not a hell yes, it's a no. So if somebody asks you to do something, if something is taking your time away, if it isn't, oh yeah, I'd love to, then it's no, I can't, unfortunately, I'm sorry. And I also talk about how you can let these people down as people pleasers. In one of my coaching seminars, Crucial Conversations, I talk about yes and. You know, it's like, hey, would you like to come help me move? Yeah, that'd be great. And I've got the kids for the weekend, so it's going to be pretty tough. So unfortunately, I can't make it. Or you could play with that a little bit and use that in your dialogue. Anyways, this is Focus 30-20-10. So what does that look like? You have homework. You have homework before I see you again in 2 weeks. Make a commitment to be here in 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, you need to do 2 life wheels. You need to do one ASAP, today, right now or after this video. Then you need to do one next week as well. So now this Wednesday, then next Wednesday you're going to do one. If you want, do one now, do one on Monday. You're going to do 2 work wheels. So you've got 2 life wheels, 2 work wheels. So there's 16 things that you're going to plus 1 in your life and 16 things you're going to plus 1 in your business. Do I have your commitment to do that? Are you all in? Or are you just looking for inspiration to walk away to do the same thing? You answer that question for yourself. Then you're going to do 8 to 10 daily worksheets in the next 2 weeks, taking the weekends off if you like. But Monday to Friday, you're going to wake up and do your 10-minute daily routine. So what does this look like? Well, today, you're going to take 30 minutes to do a life wheel, a work wheel, and a daily routine. That's all you need to do. Then next week, because you've already done the life wheel, you can do the work wheel and your daily routine. And then every day, 10 minutes to do your daily routine. So it's 30 minutes in the beginning of every month. On the first of every month, I love to do my life wheel, work wheel, and my daily routine. The beginning of every week, I do my work wheel and my daily routine. And then every day, I do my daily worksheet. Simple. You have all 3 of them. You can download them, and you can print 20 of each, 30 of each, 50 of each. You can put them on your iPad. You can put them on your computer. You can have access to these tools. Yes, these tools work. If you hired me one-on-one for $1,000 for 4 sessions, I would make sure that you do your life wheel, you do your work wheel, and you do your daily routine. And then I would coach you around your emotional state of mind, and I would help you develop the life and the world that you want. I am impassioned to do this. This is why I am been put on this earth, is to help others achieve their success. It's a drive that I have that I don't know why I have, and sometimes I wonder, what the heck am I doing? And the truth is, this fulfills me. This is my passion. Now, that's your homework. 2 life wheels, 2 work wheels, 8 to 10 daily sheets. Are you committed? Are you all in on finishing strong and building a business that you would be proud of, that you can rely on and trust to perform in 2019? Okay, so when you go to Facebook and go to AIM Coaching Programs, like and post a review, a minimum of 10 reviews. When I get 10 reviews, I'm going to put those 10 names into a hat. We're going to draw it next seminar, and you're going to get a free one-on-one coaching in person, face-to-face. If you're not in town, then I will be doing it by Skype, but you will be having my time, which is a value of $250. So you just need to like and post at AIM Coaching Programs. Number 2, and important, if you like what you're seeing here, this is just the tip of the iceberg. With Abdul and with Ben, I've made the Realtor Profit System, which is 5.5 hours of videos that walk through the life wheel, the work wheel, the 4 quadrants, setting your purpose, identifying your differential, your proposition, identifying the values. It takes you into the point of what you can do for client appreciation events, how to build systems. It goes through all of these things in short videos that you can watch one at a time, or you can do a binge watch. The truth is, I guarantee you coming away with a minimum of 50 to 60 new ideas, 14 systems to implement into your business, and it's videos like this where I'm talking to you, sharing my stories, so that you get a real deep understanding of what this is all about. Now, the beauty of this is the realtorprofitsystem.com. Just go to realtorprofitsystem.com. Just tap on it. It'll walk you through it. We have been selling this in the States now for the last couple months. We've been selling it for $497. For anybody that's on this webinar today, we're taking $300 off, which means it's going to be $197. Abdul is posting the code for you to enter. He will have that on there. You'll receive it by an email. And that code is only going to be on for the next 12 hours. We can't put the code on because the system we have, basically anybody that downloads it in the next 12 hours is going to get it for that price if they use that code. So I want you to know that's huge value. That's $200 for you to invest in your life, to take an action, to move you to the next level, to build your genius with all my experience from the 17,000 hours I've been coaching people. I've been in real estate for 25 years. I own 3 brokerages. I work with entrepreneurs. I work with General Electric. I work with TD Bank. I coach leaders. All I do is eat, breathe, and sleep. Laser focus for each individual genius to achieve their success. And for you, that's like $200. That's a great deal. Take that opportunity today. Now, moving forward, our next event is September 26th. You have homework to do between now and the 26th. Do it. Make yourself important. Make you important. Take the time. Print these off. Put them in a binder. Get organized. Make yourself important. You do these things over the next 4 to 6 weeks, I guarantee you'll have leads, deals, and you'll have things in place in your business that grow you to that next level. And it's going to give you the lead generation you want going forward for January and February as well. Also, we're going to be doing a goal setting webinar. So make sure you click on the button that says you want to be aware of any upcoming webinars from AIM Coaching, and we'll make sure that you get them. Based on that, any questions, any comments, Abdul? Anything on the feed? Nope, we're good. If you want, put something on the feed right now. We'll answer that question. But if not, have an amazing day. Crush it. Get laser focused. Tap into your genius and build your own success and build a business you can trust. Coach Keith, out.